Is the internet changing the way you think? It's the question that The Edge, which is a great site, and there is a link in the low bar. It's a question that they are asking for 2010. They've had some interesting responses so far, but most of them are responding by using the collective pronoun we rather than talking about how it has affected their individual lives. And if you look at the website, The Edge, you'll see that the question is really posed for the individual person and for that person, that individual, like you, to ask yourself how and in what ways has the internet changed the way you think. Some of the responses have been interesting, as I said, but they really aren't discussing their individual experiences. And for example, there's a really good response from Richard Foreman, who is a playwright, and he asks if we're becoming pancake people, which I like that kind of metaphor. A pancake person is someone who's spread wide and thin. In other words, we connect with vast networks of information, and we can access them with the touch of a button. But are we really paying any real deep attention to anything? That's really the question he asks. Nicholas Carr, who wrote an interesting piece called "Is Google Making Us Stupid?" And he asks how the web is making it impossible for us to read long pieces of writing because we don't have the attention span anymore to do so. There are a lot of optimists who are responding. For example, Tim O'Reilly, who was one of the pioneers for Web 2.0, talks about how he feels that ideas themselves are the ultimate social software. And he asks the question, are we evolving via conversations with each other in a way that is creating something that can think without even the use of individual human consciousness? I mean, I think that's a fair summary of what he says. Anyway, the link is in the sidebar, but the reason I'm making this video is to ask you the question: how has the internet changed the way you think? Or has the internet changed the way you think? If so, how? How has it changed your emotional life too? I think that's something we're almost afraid to ask, as if we're afraid of discussing emotions. Has it made you a more humane, a better person? Has it made you, has it changed you in some other way? Has it made you less empathetic or more empathetic? What do you think? And, you know, if anybody responds to this, I hope you'll talk about you rather than making generalities, because I think too much might be being said about the collective you or we, and not enough about how it's affecting us as individuals. I think I'm going to make a video in a week or two about what I think the effect has been on me personally, but I want to hear what anybody else thinks as well. Thanks. Take care, you guys. Bye.